Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video we will look at problem 2225. So here is the problem statement. Pause this video for a second. Try to come up with your own solution before we look at my solution together. Okay, so I will be using this example 1 as a test case, and this problem isn't that too difficult. So the way I did it is I created a list of lists. So if you are used to Python, we can just use the default dictionary, and then so here I just set tables to be equal to collections.default dic, and then we have a list as a parameter. So in this case, the key will be the player, and then the values will be the collection of all the players that this player loses. So in other words, let me just give you an example. So if I give you like this 1, 3, if you look at here, so the first parameter, the first number is the winner, and then the second number is the loser. So in this case, the player 1 is the winner and player 3 is the loser. So the way we construct tables is that the key will be this player, the player that loses the match, and then here will be all the players that player 3 loses the match. So in this case, this means that player 3 lost a game to player 1. So that's how you think about this. So if I have 1, 3 and 2, 3, then our tables will be something like 3 colon, we have a list of 1 and 2. This means that player 3 lost 2 matches against player 1 and player 2. So and also if you look at this problem, we have to find two things, right? We need to find the list of all players that have not lost any matches, and then we have to find the list of all players that have lost exactly 1 matches. So in this case, this player 3 lost matches to 2 players, right? The length of this list is 2. So we do have to somehow find a player not losing a single match. And how should we do that? So when we are iterating on our like this matches, when we will be constructing our tables, and not only we have this one, we can also have say we can also add 1 here to the tables. In other words, we should have something like this. So before we had just 3 colon and we have a list of 1, and now we would also have 1 colon and we have an empty list. This is an empty list because if you just look at based on this information alone, we do not know whether how many matches or to how many players this player 1 loses like the games. So that's why we have an empty list, and as we are iterating on these matches, we will be updating this value too if player 1 loses like any matches to any other players. So if I have something like this 1, 3 and 2, 3, then our tables will look something like this. We have an empty list for player 1 and player 2, right? And then for player 3, it has 1 and 2. So once we are done constructing this table, we can just iterate on these tables, and then if the values is, so in this case we'll be looking at the values of these tables, and if it is an empty list, then we know that these players have not lost any matches so far. And if the length of this array is 1, if the length of this list is 1, then we know that this player only lost 1 match to a single player. So using this example 1, we have this one. When you follow this principle, our tables will look something like this. So we have 1, 2, and 10. These are, so player 1, player 2, and player 10 did not lose a single match. And for player 4, player 5, player 7, and player 8, notice that their values are a list of 1 element, So we will be returning these four numbers, right? 4, 5, 7, and 8. So yeah, so for players who have not lost any matches, there will be any player with an empty list. And for players who have lost a single match, we are just looking at the values. So in this case, the length of list is equal to 1. And here is my code. So basically, these four statements, we will be constructing our tables. So this will take O of n is the length of these matches. And then here, I will be iterating on our tables. And this will be at the worst case, so we would have O of n. And yeah, and then this is how we will be constructing like both not lost and lost ones, these two arrays. And then once we are done, we do have to turn it in, we do have to return this list in ascending order. So we would apply sorting function, and sorting in Python takes n log of n, and we have two of these, so we have 2 times n log of n, but that's still equal to n log n. So here is the time complexity. We have 2n, O of 2n plus O of 2n log n, and that will be just equal to n log n. And let's look at the code and see what we get. So here is the code for that problem, the one that you just saw on my slide, and let's run this together. Okay, so that is for this problem. If my video helps you guys understanding this problem, please give me thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you have a comment or if you have a suggestion, then please write it down, and I'm more than happy to answer your questions or respond to your feedback. So that is for this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.